Oh, hello. I didn't realize I had already turned you on. Today is Monday. Monday. And it was Carol Burnett yesterday. Or was it this year? It was this year. I had a little bit of running to do, and so I thought, I'll take you with me. Still a little too icy to walk. Soon enough I'll be able to get out here. But the sun is shining today, so hopefully that means it's going to melt the ice. But it's cold. It's 15. I think it's supposed to go up to 40 today, I think. I'm not really sure. But it does look like the ice is starting to melt a little bit. Maybe I might get a walk in. I don't know. No. If everybody would have shoveled their snow, then yeah, I could have gone for a walk. But a lot of people, I just can't believe people don't shovel their snow anymore. But anyway, I have to go to the post office because I have to mail a package, and I have to buy some stamps. And then I forgot to buy bananas. You know, I have to eat my bananas, so I'm going to stop at Kroger's, and that's all I'm buying. They're bananas. I'm going to walk in with blinders. Bananas. Got my bananas. Get to the car. That's all I'm getting is bananas. And then going to Best Buy because David borrowed my charger cord. I have 2 charger cords, but it's going to be a pain to move them around. I like to have them like where I usually sit, so I usually put them by the chairs where I usually sit, so all I have to do is plug them in. But Denise was telling me about this little contraption that you put in the phone. You charge it in the wall, and then it's just like if you're out and about and your phone goes dead, you plug it into your phone. So I think I'm going to look into seeing something about that. But other than that, I don't really. I'm going to have, this is a vegetable day, so I'm going to have a vegetable platter for my breakfast, lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it. And I have some pepper jack cheese, which I think I'm going to have an ounce of cheese with that, with my egg and my vegetables and my tea. And then for dinner, I think I'm going to have a side salad with a turkey sandwich on my Extreme Wellness wrap. That's my thought. That's my thought process for the day. I did have another snack after I set my film off yesterday, but it was an apple. So I had a lot of fruit yesterday, but apple tasted so good. This is the season for apples for some reason. This is not the season for berries, so that's why I pay so much for them. Although the strawberries were on sale 3 for $5, but the raspberries and blackberries, they were not on sale. But I pay the price because I always thought, you know, it never would have stopped me from going to Burger King and spending $10 on a meal that was only going to last me one meal. And at least my berries, when I spend that much, they last me for at least probably 3 days, maybe 4. So I mean, it's worth the price of that. I'm getting a lot more meals out of it, and truth be told, I get more enjoyment out of it than I did out of the Burger King. And who'd have ever thought those words would ever come out of my mouth? But not to say that I don't love a good Whopper, because you know I do like my cheese Whopper. And but I feel much better after I've eaten the fruit than when I've eaten the burger, because oh, speaking of burger, I always buy ground sirloin, and for some reason I bought ground round yesterday. So my points would have been a little higher, but I think I had enough between my weeklies and that, so I'm not really that overly concerned about it. But the point being, whenever Jim cooks, I'm the type of person that even if I don't like something, I won't tell you I don't like it. I'll just, you know, I won't say anything rather than give a false, I won't give a false compliment, but I'll just not say anything. So if you ever invite me over for dinner, and I don't say, oh, that was really good, you know, it really wasn't that good. For me, at least. But anyway, but Jim, even if it was bad, I always say, this is good, because I just didn't want to hurt his feelings in that. And I guess sometimes maybe I do. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I do say it was okay just because I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But the point being, that was the worst meatloaf Jim's ever made. It was bad. It was really, I couldn't even finish it. It did the texture or something just wasn't right. And I took my first bite and I thought, well, because Jim always slices the meatloaf. And I always thought, well, maybe he gave me too thick of a slice because it was a lot thicker than I normally have. And so I took the first bite and I thought, no, it's just because of the thickness. And then I took the second bite and no. And then when I took the third bite, I thought, I can't eat this. So how am I going to disguise this on my plate so that I'm not going to eat it? I'll pretend that I'm going to eat it tomorrow and then I'll just throw it away. I know that's terrible. It's just terrible. But, and I saw Jim eating it, and I could see that he was like kind of thinking the same thing I was thinking. And so then I said to him, no offense, but this is not your best meatloaf. And he says, I'd have to agree with you. Did you do something different? And I went, the only thing I can think of is that I usually get ground sirloin, but the ground round was on sale. And he said, well, I don't know. He says, I even noticed when I was making it, it wasn't packing as well, or packing differently. And I said, well, I don't know. I said, it definitely is not your best. And he says, and I definitely agree with you. And I said, and with that being said, I just can't finish this piece of meatloaf. It's not that great. And he said, no, I agree. He said, but I'm not going to throw it away. Jim will eat anything. So I said, no, I'm not saying throw it away. I'm just saying I'm not going to eat it. He says, well, I'll eat it. So he ate it. So it didn't go to waste. But the point being, it wasn't the best. And Jim will eat it all week now because we made like 2 pounds of it. It was like, ooh. Okay, we're at the post office. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Well, I figured since I was here, I'd check my box and look at, I got mail. Yay, I got a card. And it's from Greece. Who could it be from? I think I know. It's a card. Look how cute. It says, just for you, love, happiness, luck, joy, and smile. Dear Sandy, it was great happiness for me to find your card in my P.O. box, and I felt very sorry that I didn't send you one. I think she's talking about my Christmas card, but last year, well, was it last year, Effie? I sent her a Christmas card, and I got it back at Easter. Couldn't be delivered because I had the wrong address. So at least she got it this year. That was good to know. But now I rectify sending this one and all my wishes for health and happiness for the new year for you and your lovely family. Thank you very much that you remembered me. Greetings from Greece, Effie. Well, thank you, Effie, or Effie. E-F-F-E-Y. I'll pronounce it Effie. But well, I don't know if that's right. But that's how, thank you so much. I'm so glad you had a good holiday. Okay, now we're on our way to Best Buy. So I thought I'd take you along. We tried to fix the situation that I can get an email when I get mail, but she couldn't fix it either. So, anywho's once again, I wanted to send my condolences out to Carrie from Weight Watchers with Carrie and her whole family. They lost Max, their dog, their family member. I don't care what anybody says. Your animals are your family. And I know animals don't have souls, but you will not convince me that my Riley and my Minnie Moo will not be there at heaven waiting for me. Well, like I told you the other day, Minnie Moo will say, oh, she's here. Okay. Hi. But Riley, yeah, she's here. What took you so long? What took you so long? See, I'm losing my voice. I'm just so excited. That's how excited Riley's going to be. But I really didn't have any pets growing up. I had one dog for a while, Bonnie. But I don't even remember. It was such a short period of time. I wonder if it really was my dog. I wonder if we were just watching somebody's dog and I took ownership of the dog. Because my father was not an animal lover. We did have cats, but they weren't really my cat. The cat was just like a family cat. More so Denise's cat. But we've always had cats. So, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm trying to get past the mentality that I know that next Wednesday I'm going to start my fast or sacrifice or whatever you want to call it, of not eating goodies. And so I so want to just load up on goodies this week. And I'm thinking, why do I want to do that? Why do I want to set myself up for sabotage myself to gain weight that I'm going to try to very hard to lose again during the Easter season? And so I'm talking myself out of that. I really am. I'm really accomplishing a lot lately. It's been really hard for me because I have that mindset that it's going to be almost 7 weeks. Because I know that they say officially, there's so many different things. Lent starts Wednesday, March 6th. But some people say that it ends after the Holy Thursday, after you go to the Mass for Holy Thursday. And then some people say it ends on Good Friday at 3 o'clock when Jesus has died on the cross. And then other people I've talked to say it ends at 12 noon on Holy Saturday, because that's when they went to find the tomb, the stone moved from the tomb. But my family, we always said it wasn't until you woke up on Easter morning that Jesus was officially risen from the dead, that Lent was over. I choose to pick the latter. I wait until Easter Sunday, because that's just the way I was brought up. That's the way the nuns taught me. So, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just rambling on. It's just a rambling kind of day, I guess. Rambling. I got an email from Weight Watchers with Carrie that, I don't want to say her channel wrong, but I don't know, somebody was using my images and a bunch of other people's images on their channel, and without authorization. I don't understand why somebody would want to do that. I guess I mean, I know that when you're on the internet, you're open for anybody, and I guess, but I don't see what point was made of that. But I guess the video has been taken down, or YouTube took it down, so I guess I don't have to be concerned about it. But I don't know, it was just kind of odd to me. It really was. I just didn't understand the reasoning behind it. But anyhow, I got nostalgic too, looking at the pictures and stuff, and I was kind of thinking the next time I go to my kids' houses, I'm going to ask to see their baby albums so I could just relive some moments. I just remember we had so much fun with my kids when we were growing up. We just did so much together. We had so much fun. And I didn't have a lot of money because, like I said, Jim and I weren't really good with money, but we always did things, and my kids were never deprived. I always felt bad because I always had this phobia about driving, and so I never drove them anywhere. And my sister Mary had lived with me for a while, and she worked at Olsenite. She made toilet seats. So we always made fun of her for that, because when we'd go somewhere, is that the toilet seat you made? Is that the toilet seat you made? But anyway, she was the designated driver when we had carpools, because I just couldn't do it. I look back and I'm thinking, how much of my life, you always think of redefining moments in your life, because I was watching, I think it was on HNL, whatever, Headline News channel, whatever channel that was. I was watching a 6-part series, To Catch a Killer, because I like those kind of documentaries and stuff like that. And it was about the Golden State rapist and murderer. And when they caught him, and they were interviewing some of the victims, and one of the victims was talking about how it changed her life, and she always wondered if he wouldn't have come into her house and raped her and tortured her and terrorized her, how her life would have changed, how she would have been different. And I always think of that too. I always think, when I had that convulsion, well, first of all, I had a convulsion in school, but I was suspended because I felt it coming on, and I left the classroom without permission, and so the teacher suspended me, and my mother went over there and rose holy hell, because I just didn't want kids to see me in that state. I had gone into the bathroom and kind of made myself in a safe area to get past it. And then, so I was suspended for that. And so that kind of changed my outlook of how I reacted to school. And then one time when I was driving to college, I felt one coming on, and I went to the side of the road. And then after that, I never drove by myself for the longest time. I never drove for the longest time anyhow, but I never drove by myself for the longest time. And I do think it was a defining moment in my life. And I always think, if I wouldn't have had those convulsions, what kind of a person would I have been? Would I have been a little bit more self-assured that I am not the person now, the person you see now is not the person I was in my 20s. I was a scared person in my 20s. I wasn't self-assured of myself. I always had my self-doubts, and I just overcame it. I don't know, when I really didn't overcome it until I was like 36, and I just decided, you know, enough is enough. And it's like I wasted so many years, 20 years, and I always wonder how things would have changed. But all right, I'm going all morbid on you. Sorry about that. Sorry. I might edit this out, but if you see it, you know I didn't. Obviously. I always like when somebody tells you something that's so obvious and you go, duh, of course, what are you telling me? But you just always wonder what redefined your life. Something in your life redefined your life. And it could be an aha moment, it could be something sad, it could be something, but everybody has something in their life that at that point you have a choice, a fork in the road, which way you're going to go. And sometimes that choice is a good one, and like for me, I think that wasn't a really good choice. It made me who I am today, but then again, maybe I might have been a better version of myself if I wouldn't have had that problem. You'll never know. Never know. But when we get to heaven, and there's more than one line, if you see me in a line, don't get in that line. Get in a different line, because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be delaying the line because I have a lot of questions before I get in there. All right, we're here at Best Buy. I know I'm being silly today. Well, we're back from running all of our errands, and I realized that I rattled on for almost 20 minutes. So you're going to get 2 videos from me today. I'm going to still do my daily vlog. I'll show you my food, but you just got to spend a little bit of time with me. After that, we went to the bank. David needed some money out of his bank account, so I went to the bank to get some money out of his account for him. It's going to be hard in June. He's going to be 18. Well, he'll be 18 in April, and then he'll be taking care of his own finances. Ooh, scary thought. I just remember holding him on my lap watching, what was the name of that show? Can't think of it. I can't think of the name of the show. Now that's going to bug me. I can see him in my mind. Oh, I'm going to have to look it up. I'll be right back, because, you know, things like this bother me that I can't remember it. And I know what it is. All right, I'll be back. Well, I had to call Christy because I couldn't remember. And as you could see, it was Lazy Town. It was a show about, the guy in blue was like a muscle guy. He was trying to teach all the town to be healthy. And the little girl was like his human partner on Earth. And then the whole town was made up of puppets, which is why I loved it. Puppets! I'm telling you, at my funeral, puppets, they're going to be all behind my casket going, puppet, 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 puppet. Reminds me of a story, real quick. My girlfriend at work, I think I've told this story before, but my girlfriend at work wasn't dating. Her husband, they had gotten divorced a long time ago, and she wasn't dating. And I kept saying, I have this friend, Rico, that you need to meet. And she kept saying, I'm not meeting anybody. I said, you're going to meet Rico, and you're going to go out with him. And she says, I am not going to meet Rico. And so one day, I came up to her cubicle, and I was standing there, and I said, well, Rico's here, you got to meet him. And she says, I'm not meeting him. And I said, he's on his way over here to your cubicle. You got to meet him. She says, I'm getting up, I'm leaving. And I said, oh, no, here he is. And then I popped up with the puppet. I had a little dog puppet. You know that puppet with the dog with the microphone? It was doing for some kind of pet commercial. I forget the name of the commercial even. That gets me on another rant that I can't remember the commercial. But anyway, and then the puppet goes, hi, Sue, how are you? My name is Rico. Let's go out. She said, you nut. Anyway, that's it for now. So give this video a like. I know that's silly. Comment, share, subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.